against arguably one of the best teams in the world, or if you believe ESL, the sixth best team in the world. Clearly TSM slipping.
That annoyed a lot of people. I would definitely say top 3 for me. TSM are top 3 right now of their previous results. And yeah, as you say, eFrag, this is a map that they adopted quite late, but they've gone 100% into it, and they are very, very good. As I say, I think it fits their playstyle. As expected, Property starting off on the CT side, though.
All right, well, that might benefit them. They tend to do a little bit better on CT side. Hopefully they can take the pistol round, get a little bit of momentum, or else Property is going to be in some serious trouble. Match is underway. It looks like we might have a meeting with Kaboom. First shots, finds the headshot on Victor. Takes another 1v1 before he finally backs off. He's got a kill. He did his job.
Yeah, good start. There's Benji, though, as well with a headshot. So, right off the bat, Property playing aggressive through mid, trying to catch eFrag off guard. It did just that. And now with a real lack of utility, it's going to be rough for eFrag to force onto the site. They have to put bullets in faces, otherwise this will go the way of the Swedes.
We see the bomb now rotating back towards B site. B site has been partially taken, but Property already on the rotate. Twisted, just watching the corner. He sees the bullets. He knows somebody's around here. Takes a couple of shots. Ends up taking Nickel, and then gets... Oh, Twisted finally takes down Bubble for the point. 1-0 Team Property winning that critical pistol round. They needed that.
Yeah, that's massive for them. And with no bomb plant coming down from eFrag, there's no point waiting to buy in the third round with AKs and Kevlar and all that good stuff. So they're going right for the jugular. They're going for 4 Tech-9s with a CZ armor. No grenades to play with other than a flashbang on Spy Leader. But if they just brute force towards B, which looks quite likely right now with 3 players going through 2 through Connector, then get those first couple of entries, they've got every chance at winning this round still. So Property, they're not out of the woods just yet. They have gone for 4 assault rifles though, so it's going to put them in good shape.
Dendy and Dumas holding down the B site right now. Dumas is going to come charging forward just a little bit. Sees smoke. Wants to play close with that MP7, trying to take that close range fight. Comes around the corner, gets a 2K. Actually, Benji's helping him out there before he finally gets taken down from behind. Oh, already we're down to 1T standing. That's going to be Spy Leader working his way around construction. Bomb has been dropped. Quite the uphill struggle, especially against guns, and Famas seals the deal.
It's interesting how the meta evolves, because originally, having 3 or 4 assault rifles before the SMG buffs came in wouldn't have been the end of the world. Now, if you know that the enemy is on a full eco, going for full assault rifles is kind of a risk, because if they on a full eco get a couple of assault rifles off from you, it's job done from the terrorists. But realizing the bomb wasn't planted and that this force buy would come in from eFrag, they went for the assault rifles and they reaped the rewards. I don't think they are going to expect the second force buy in a row, and this is eFrag in a nutshell. They're super aggressive. They like to go for these forces. So Tech-9s with the CZ, almost an identical pick to last time.
Smokes are going to be dropped by construction, where eFrag is gathering. Pop flash lets Bubble take position. Pushing into B. Could be a 2-pronged attack. Nice Tech-9 work. Teamwork. Going to take out the player at Toxic. Bomb goes down in safety. We actually have Zendy still holding position. Taking a couple of pot shots while the rotators come in. That's a beautiful frag by Victor. Mid-airing. Turning it into a 2K as he pushes up towards Kaboom at Heaven.
Yeah, he's all that stands now. No defuse kit, no real hope. Just wants to save this for Mass. Maybe looking for a couple of exit frags. And indeed, that Tech-9 force-up did catch Property off guard. It was noticeable. They didn't have enough players on the ground on B site. They're opting for the upper defense instead. Looks like Kaboom may very well keep that for Mass. Gets the frag onto Bubble. And yeah, he's going to keep that going forward. So that's a small victory. Or is he actually? He's being forced on, just about survived with 20 HP. So close from the CZ. Oh my goodness.
Big victory for eFrag right there, winning round 3. Taking economic momentum, but they didn't do as much damage to Property as you might expect. They still have enough money to buy out. Mostly full. They got a couple of Famas's. Relatively even buy, though.
Yeah, that is true. It's going to be a 5-7 on Benji. 2 defuse kits are there. They're okay if the fast push comes in from eFrag. But look at this. They're playing aggressive on their CT side. Stacking 2 towards Connector. I like this play with the smoke that screens off the potential push from the terrorists. That allows the CTs to get their feet firmly on connector. And now you can see eFrag are trying to repel that by a long push. And that forces the CTs back to spawn. Very smart play from eFrag, but a good reaction and a good read from the CTs.
You see the bomb still trying to make its way up towards short. Dumas and Kaboom backing off. Working on more of a passive angle inside sight. They're just going to give up Park. Bomb goes into connector. It looks like they're actually going to set up for a B hit. Benji and Zendy already peeking out. Benji might get himself caught off guard, looking the wrong way. That's a 2K for Victor.
There's a reason people know him as Vactor. This guy is brutal. He's an absolute beast. And that in itself just opens up B right for the taking. Will be planted now. Nice hold and positions from eFrag. They've got a good spray. Crossfire on this. That grenade has Kobe written all over it. Lands by the feet, a twist. Claims his life. Dumas does answer back. And there's Kaboom down on lower. Good trade-off. And Dreamer's only got 3 HP.
Yeah, Dreamer's in some serious trouble. He's in a 1v2. 3 HP. His 1v1 win rate is 69%. That's pretty good, but he's got to take 2 down. See the defuse trying to bait Dreamer out. He flashes. But there's Dumas and Kaboom with the kill. Should be plenty of time to go ahead and get the defuse. There it is. The CTs get another point.
Yep, so that force paying out dividends there for the CTs. Very nicely done. Couple of rough buys now, but eFrag with that bomb plant can force, and no huge surprises here. They are known for their forcing. AK dropped across the Dreamer. Spy Leader is the player to bite the bullet with the CZ. He is the leader of the team as well, though, so you're not expecting him to really jump in with the entry frags. And again, look at this aggression from Property. Twist right through the heart of mid. He's looking for those first picks.
Well, more importantly, he's got the information, and it looks like it's not going to be some sort of an A hit. They're going to back off. Lots of players setting up. You see Dreamer and Spy Leader working their way towards Squeaky. Already taking position outside by construction. You're going to see a 2-pronged hit. But you've already got 3 players kind of stacked up on B. This could be bad for eFrag.
It certainly could. And Dumas has picked himself up 2 frags. You can see the position of Benji. Probably should have done better with the spray control. Did do significant damage to Spy Leader. He's now got the AK-47, but Twist returns the favor. He got Kobe last round. He turns it on its head. It's a 2-on-2. Another very close round for both teams. A trade-off. 1v1 bubble. Has the flashbang to throw it right onto sight. And now rotating round. Kaboom does not have himself on the bomb just yet. So it's going to come down to another 1-on-1.
Boom. Sticking the defuse. 2 seconds. 1 second. Gets it. Never even gets peeked. Bubble. Giving away the round for eFrag. That makes the score line now 4-1 Property. Doing really nice work so far. They just need to hang on to this momentum because clearly eFrag's got enough money to put together another force buy.
I'm surprised he can walk around with cojones that big to hold on to that defuse. No fear at all.
It's terrifying.
It really is, and I think it was Bubble the last remaining player. I mean, he went for the rotation. This is pretty standard strat when the bomb's planted. Unfortunately, though, it just came back to bite him in the rear end. Here comes the first smoke. Very aggressive push. He fragged again with full rifles. And Dumas there for another double frag. He's been taken down. I'm getting deja vu. It's going to be another plant on B3 frag.
The bomb does go down. Benji returning. Spots one on the edge of the smoke. Sees another. He's actually going to get taken down by Nickel. We see Twisted. Works his way up ramp. Got a good flashbang, but he's not able to capitalize on it because of smoke. Takes one down at Canal. Grenade for the obvious position. He's going to stick it too. 3, 2, 1. Gets pushed. Still gets the defuse. What is happening?
Oh man, there was smoke down there, so I feel a bit sorry for NKL behind the sandbags. He was trying to be a nuisance, a pain in the backside. But that's a second consecutive round that just holding down the defuse is more than good enough. And well, pause comes in. I'm hoping this isn't technical. Okay, it's mic problems apparently, so it should be resolved quickly.
Interesting. I don't think any of us expected the scoreline to take off this aggressively for Property early on. I mean, I know they tend to play a little bit stronger CT side, especially on a map like Overpass, but they're winning rounds that really probably they shouldn't. That's 2 1v1s in a row where Property was able to just stick the defuse with a T right there in sight, in a perfect position to go ahead and spam them down and take the easy frag.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. On another day, eFrag get both those kills, and we're looking at like a 3-3 scoreline here. So I'm not sure the scoreline necessarily paints the full picture of how this has gone so far. eFrag, in fairness to them, you look at the last 3 rounds, they've lost the round, but it's been forced to defuse from properties. They've had the penetration to get on the site in the first place. That is a big take. That's a big positive for eFrag. It's not like they've just been getting completely locked out of sites and shut down with authority. They've been getting the economy moving as well because of those bomb plants. In actual fact, the last 4 rounds, they've got a bomb plant. The other one, the bomb exploded. So there's going to be some, silver linings on that dark cloud overhead. And maybe something in the back of property's mind. And you can see, even though they're winning rounds, their economy still isn't fantastic. So as soon as eFrag do break and take the round, property will be instantly onto an eco.
Let's take a look at the economy right now. Both teams a little dire at this point, but eFrag, they're in their third round, so they're actually approaching max money. Should they lose another round, they might be able to stick out another force buy going forward. Still in a timeout for some sort of audio issues going on. He has to change his headset. Is dead, says Zendy.
It's kind of unfortunate, just a random broken headset halfway through. Maybe a bit of rage. Maybe you threw it against the wall after you lost one of those rounds. I'm not sure. I don't
whose
look into it
headset?
too much. Actually, that wouldn't make any sense because it's on the CTs, isn't it? So it's probably not. They're happy right now. I think it was Zender that said mic problems. No, he has to change headsets. So it's someone on the CT side, someone on property.
Yeah, somebody for team property. Busting headsets. The game is just too intense. That's what it is.
Well, as you say, there's a lot on the line for this best of 3. Winner of this faces Kinguin and a chance to get in the Pro League. So these are big matches they're playing right now.
Yeah. It's early on, round 7, but just taking a look at the score line, no surprise whatsoever. Property, it's always the Twist and Kaboom show these days, and they are sitting at the top of the board 7, 1, and 3, 6, 0, and 1. And Dumas actually doing some pretty good work, making big plays too.
That's one of the things about this team property lineup. They all have the potential to explode. They all have a lot of talent and skills. And of course, I think we're kind of in agreement that he's probably the team leader right now, but they've switched around so many times, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily expecting him to be dropping the 20s, 30 bombs. But he's also capable of clutching rounds. He's very good in those kind of scenarios. Very smart as a player, like good game sense on him.
It's still the early game. We haven't seen any ops being busted out, and I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with property. We were discussing this before we went on the air, who's the op? And in my notes, I've seen the op being shared by multiple players, Zendy, Twist, and then you said Kaboom even.
Yeah, he's
sharing
known for
off
picking
duties.
up as well. Yeah, so they're very versatile as well. It's becoming more and more of a feature of CS, I would say, in the last few
NG
months,
too.
seeing more plays. Yeah, 3 or 4 of them are capable of using that AWP, which is fantastic. Because again, you can play off spawns then. It's not just a case of I'm the only AWP or I've got a bad spawn, therefore I can't peek. It's like, hey, I've got a bad spawn.
Yeah.
Trade me your weapon, you go peek instead.
Such a powerful tool, especially if you go on something like Dust 2, for example. The guy closest just takes that quick peek and gets the easy pick down mid. Of course, we won't be seeing that today. This is the first map. Overpass. If you are just joining us, you're tuned into eFrag versus Team Property, in the CEVO Pro Placement Series. The winner of this one goes on to the qualification round, just one more victory away from MLG Pro Series Season 8 placement. First map is eFrag's choice, Overpass right here. Next one's going to be Cash, and should we go to a decider, the randomly selected map is Inferno.
Yes, it is, which I think is kind of unfortunate from Property's perspective because eFrag are very good on Inferno, especially when Train was potentially going to be picked up there in the random. But again, look at this eFrag. They've done this consistently, constantly on B. They've got plants so many times. You can understand, and here come the entry frags as well. Spy Leader and Victor both chime in. Whereas before, like, it would be even trades and expect Team Property to be able to retake the site, it's unlikely they will in this 3-on-5.
Very standard sort of setup right now. Zendy is trying to hold position, working his way out towards Squeaky. Kaboom at Heaven. Pre-firing every corner he can, just trying to find a kill. Unfortunately, not going to work. He has to rotate and push the issue with his teammates. Flashbangs in. Still no CTs in sight. I think they're going to go for exits. There's one kill. Zendy. Headshot on Bubble. Dreamer responds, and now CT's choosing to back off. They're out of time and they're outnumbered.
Yeah, and also the point that we raised before, their economy's not fantastic, so there's no point throwing those weapons away. Keep them, give yourself a chance to maybe clutch this round out. It's going to be an eco I'm expecting to see alongside these 2 assault rifles, because as you can see, like 1.4k on Dumas, just 2.4 on Benji, so I'd like to see them eco, but then try and do something with those 2 AKs. We've seen Twist already push very aggressively. He's actually dropping a FAMAS, so I think they're going for this round. This could prove to be pretty fatal for Property if they lose this. This is effectively a 2-for-1 round for E-Frag.
It's a very risky play. I mean, we've seen a lot of teams, especially in North America, Tempo Storm doing a lot of force buys when maybe it might not be the wisest decision and costing them far too many rounds. Property is going to go for it, though. Setting up strong B-side defense. That's a smart play, right? E-Frag's been pushing B consistently every single round, but this time, not the case.
Yeah, definitely the case. As you just mentioned there, that B has been the site that's been favored from E-Frag. Here's the thing, though. The mind games come in. E-Frag may assume the Property will be ecoing, or potentially trying to run with those 2 AKs. So in turn, they're trying to out-mind game the CTs, and they're starting to push towards A instead. But they haven't pushed this too fast. They can still come down Connector, and the fact they've just took that first assault rifle away from Property is probably going to give them the green light to push onto this site. But there's Zed with the AK-47, trades one out. He gets dropped. E-Frag now pushing onto the A site.
Well, the important thing is that was the bomb. So bomb was sighted, and you see Dumas quickly rotating towards A, and Benji's going to try and do a flank. Problem is, there is a lurk player of Nickel hanging back. Benji knows about this. He's going to hold position. Kaboom gets aggressive at long. He's going to pay for that. Victor with the kill, backed up by Bubble. Smokes go down. This is that E-Battle wall we've seen before. Bomb's going to go down. Benji just hopelessly out of position now. Gets 1 kill and has to engage Victor for the retake. With nothing but a pistol. Not going to happen.
And herein lies the issue. Because they went for that force buy, it's eco. It may even have to be double eco. So this could even go 5-5, 5-4 type of territory because of that greedy force buy. If they'd saved there, they'd be able to get FAMASs right now. They'd be able to have like a fairly decent buy up. But as it stands, instead, it's just P250s. So there's the high risk, high reward, ladies and gents, for going for force buys, especially on CT side.
Okay, we're looking at 2, potentially 3 round losses in a row for Property. So that's going to likely tie it up for E-Frag before they have to worry about anything. Nice shot by Kaboom, though, with the P250. He's able to take down Victor. That's your MVP. 14 E-Frag.
Very nice start, yeah. Down to 6. Didn't quite get picked off from that grenade that was thrown in onto toilets from balloons, but still, the CT's doing themselves proud. They have at least got a frag. If they can get themselves another kill or 2, it's definitely a worthwhile round. What a headshot from Twist onto Connector. He'll be able to convert that as well into an AK-47 plus a HE. So maybe there is a couple more twists and turns in this map yet.
Oh, I see what you did there. Twist. Speaking of which,
I actually didn't even mean to do that. I'm going to be honest.
Happens to me, especially when I cast Flipside. I see Kaboom setting up a little trap here for Bubble. See what happens. Bubble, look in the right direction. Should not have got that kill. Crosshair in the wrong position. Still able to find Kaboom. Spyler takes Twist down. And Site Control now belongs to E-Frag. Bomb's going to go down. And again, Benji trying to rotate in from stairs. Short, lower park. And he announces his position with a grenade and runs for his life. Save the gun.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what he needs to do. So this is a really good round for Property. You know, we were talking before about it probably being a double eco just to get some weapons. This AK is going to help that cause, but it's more the case you took 3 weapons away from E-Frag in a round that probably should have been a stomp. So not too bad at all from Team Property. However, it is going to be 5-4, and E-Frag likely up against an ecoed up Team Property. I'm hoping that Property don't go for another force here. They may think about it, but I really hope they don't.
Well, let's see the money. Certainly looking tight for Property right now. They could put together something. Look at Zendy buying up.
I was way off, actually. I'm going to correct myself. I thought they'd have about $1,000 less, so that's a fine force buy. My bad.
Yeah. Well, it's that round bonus right there. That's 3 rounds in a row that Property has lost. Decent buy. I mean, they don't have nearly as many grenades as they might like, but they got the smokes, and that's going to help them to play those delay tactics. Speaking of which, there goes one at B.
Yep. Those pistol kills also really help their economy going forward on top of that. But regardless, here we go. 5-4. It is CTs with decent weaponry. Not as many grenades as they'd like. Only one DP skip. This is still more than workable for them. Flashbang could be coming over from Spy Leader, and they're going to look to push in as well. That grenade flies over towards Upper.
Nice.
Does do significant damage, and the smoke afterwards. But Property is still holding down the fort. They're still getting the kills where it matters.
Yeah, that's all about the flashbang at B site, just completely blinding Property. Zendy, though, returning with force, finds a headshot. Spy Leader's going to keep around the corner, pre-fire through the smoke. He's the last man standing, down to 33 health in a 3v1. Very dangerous situation. His team's economy is pretty good with the exception of Nickel, who's completely broke. Bubble has enough money to buy, so no reason for Spy Leader to really try to save the gun. Tries to push the issue. Zendy's right there waiting on him.
The thing is, though, that Team Property, they are edging ahead, but we've already spoke about this. They need to mount up quite a significant amount of rounds on their CT side. If EFrag can get 6, they'll be happy. They'll be very happy with that. So the pressure is still on Property. And EFrag, because of all the bomb plants they've got, I mean, you look at that on the scoreboard. Out of the last, 7 rounds, they've planted 6 times. And 3 of them have been defused, but 3 of them exploded. So just again, goes to show how easily they're getting onto that site, even when they lose rounds.
Very back and forth kind of game so far. Full buy for both teams. You're going to see Twist work in the off, so that answers the question. Twist will be your Team Property offer today. Lots of damage done to Benji, down to 7 health, but Dreamer is taken down.
Yeah, and Twist is the guy that's been landing some pretty huge impact kills as well, so that could definitely be a saviour for Property. He hasn't landed anything in this round. It was all Benji's work. That is Dreamer down. He is a pretty good entry fragger as well, so that is quite a bit of the positives taken away from EFrag. Still plenty time to work with, though, and no huge surprises. They're stacking towards B.
Yeah, B's been the most successful site for EFrag so far. They're setting up. Smoke goes down. I think that was Dumas throwing it at construction. Spy Leader, I think he's pushing through the site. Dumas doesn't expect it. There's one kill. Spy Leader takes Zendy down. Fire all around, and Spy Leader takes Dumas. Site control in the hands of the Keys. There's another kill with Twist and Kaboom trying to work their way down. One's at heaven, one drops to lower. Bombs planted, smokes in place, and this looks like an almost unwinnable situation for Property.
This is why being unpredictable is so powerful at the top level of CS. No flashes or smokes came through as the push went through onto the site, and that's why Dumas kind of got caught out of position. Both the CT defenders on B were looking at lower as well. They were looking towards the ramp, so they got completely caught out of position. They got fragged, and well, the rest is history. Bomb planted. Will be a 5th round to EFrag. Looks as though the CTs will be able to save their AWP, which is pretty huge, and an M4 as well. So it could have been worse, but that's EFrag again getting on the scoreboard.
I think a big part of that play too was I think it was Spy Leader pushing through the CT's smoke at construction. I mean, you just don't expect that, and I don't think they've pushed through smokes much at all. So, you know, you go up against a team who doesn't push through smoke, you don't expect it, so what do you stop doing? You stop watching the smoke. It's a wall. No one can pass through that until they do.
Very good point, yeah. And it comes back to the unpredictable nature of EFrag as well. They do like to mix it up. Property have as well, in fairness to them on the CT side. They played aggressively a whole bunch of times, but it's more information they're gathering than frags. Twist this time through connected. There is a player to his right-hand side. That's NKL. If he just peeks, he'll have this kill, but very unfortunately, not going to be happening just yet. Goes for it, misses the shot. Very uncharacteristic for Twist, and that's given his position away as well. This may be difficult for him to escape.
Kind of a dangerous position for an off too. Spy Leader up top, working his way around the corner. Twist doesn't know which way to go. He's pinched off both sides. Again, scoped in. Exposes his back, almost gets taken down. Getting very aggressive with this off. But finally escapes.
I quite like the aggressive nature of Twist, though. He's trying to make plays happen, and that may be out of desperation or a frustration, you know, from his team not being able to hold B. But regardless, still 10 players alive. In terms of weaponry, EFrag is certainly ahead, but Benji could peek around this smoke and get the frag. Have they heard the bomb plant going down? They have!
Oh no.
Bomb and drop it as well.
Yeah, aggressive smoke strategy. I love it. You know, just drop a bunch of smoke, just walk right in there, planting the smoke. But the spam is real. There's Dumas. That's bad. Yeah, team killing Benji. I don't know if that was through smoke or not. He sees just the tip of Somebody's head, that was Dreamer's head, finally takes him down. I don't know exactly what was going on over there. Lots of shots, but this is totally property ground right now. Victor all alone. Spray and pray, trying to defend the bomb, delay as long as possible, but these guys have kits. Too little, too late.
Again, another bomb plant. This is getting crazy. The CT's allowing these bomb plants. I'm looking right now. In the last 10 rounds, 8 rounds the bomb's been planted. That is simply not good enough from the
That
CT's
doesn't happen in
perspective.
CS often either.
It really doesn't. There's a lot of shutout performances, especially on Overpass. It's that kind of map where you really can just close off the T's. But again, it goes back to what I said before we got live. eFrag, they're just so potent on their T sides. They're very difficult to play against.
Problem is they are so potent on their T sides. How's the CT side going to look? They need to get a couple more points. Opening off shot, Twisted misses it, and he gets dropped down to 43 health. Disadvantage for property. He's going to back off. He peeks long, though. It could be good.
It can, because even with 43 HP, if you land the up shot, it simply doesn't matter. So he's still just as dangerous, really. The issue is, has he got the crossfire? Because he's in quite a precarious position. Like, he's pushed up towards the toilets. If he gets pushed from long, he's a dead man. So he needs someone to be watching his right-hand side, and nobody is, and they're pushing in.
Here comes Victor on point. Kaboom, smoked off. Vital smoke right there. Benji's able to find one kill, but the left side of the board is all E-frag. Dreamer with the 2K. Bomb does get planted at the edge of the site. Dumas is smoked off, and Zendy trying to work with Victor. Now, where's he going? He's running away. I guess the call has been made. Go ahead and save your weapons.
Yeah, saving again. It's just been so back and forth. They're going to lose one of their weapons. The boss has been picked off from Spy Leader, who now his Spidey senses are tingling. He's looking down short tunnels. Zenda is here, so the two team leaders are going to meet, and it's going to be property that come out ahead in this small exchange. And that probably is going to signify him saving this M4, unless he gets caught from behind. NKL very aggressively coming in. He's going to spot the player.
Oh,
He's
nice.
get fragged. What a shot from Zenda. Mad props to him for saving that M4. Oh my goodness.
Headshot with the M4. Zenda, I mean, he rocks 3-month average 42.7% headshot percentage with an even 1.0 KD ratio according to HLTV. So, I mean, clearly he's the man to get the job done. Just a shame he couldn't retake the site.
Yeah, unfortunately. He also did die with like half a second to go, so that's kind of a kick in the teeth, really. So they're not going to save that weapon. That forces them onto 5.7s with an AWP and 2 M4s, albeit a glass cannon AWP for Twist. No armor at all. This is risky.
Well, short gets opened up with Kaboom going down. Benji's going to force the issue. Tries to take some shots. Not going to happen. So now you've got a 3v4 situation thanks to that AWP kill by Twist. He gets a little too aggressive. Looking the wrong way. Bubble's able to find the kill. And now you've just got Dumas and Zenda watching B and A sites respectively. All eFrag has to do is group up, pick a direction.
I feel like Team Property are deciding to try and fight fire with fire, aggression with aggression, but it's not really paying out for them right now. Zenda's about to get caught. That's a nice shot from him. On to Dreamer. And there is a second player in mid. That's Victor, who's only got 22 HP. So, eFrag, I mean, they still have the player advantage, but look at Dumas snaking his way around the back of short tunnels. If he can get this kill, it'll be massive, but he's got 2 terrorists coming behind him, so he has to get this clean and spin around. He's going to get caught, and again, it does get picked off. 2-1, but Zenda very quickly rotating onto the site.
Yeah, this could be a game changer if he can just get the 2K. C1 lines him up. Almost gets the 2K. Not meant to be. Bubble responds with the kill and should have time. Yes, for the $300 on the bomb plant. Wow. Sneaky beaky.
Incredibly so, but that's the issue. They went for the force. They put a lot of eggs in that basket there in round number 14, and now they're on a force of... Well, it is the last round, so of course they're going to force, but look at the weapons they have. Like, couple Deagles, Mag 7, couple 5.7s, nothing spectacular. Still could get the job done, though, if they position themselves perfectly.
Well, it looks like it's going to be another B hit. eFrag's had so much success getting the bomb down. Smoke's going to block off one player at Toxic. I think they saw him. They're aware of that situation. Good molly. No, bad molly. Bad molly indeed. Drops it right on top of his teammate's feet, burning him alive, dropping him down to about 85 health. Then he gets caught off guard, but is able to find a shotgun kill. Boy, too bad we don't have another round, because that's money.
It's kind of unfortunate there. I think he threw the Molotov and it bounced off his teammate's back. I
did.
didn't quite catch it. So unlucky. But here's Twist and Deagle. He's very good with this weapon, but a 1v3, nah, it's not going to happen. And eFrag not only get the 6 rounds that I was saying they should be looking to get, they win the half 8-7. That is a huge denting blow to Property because this is their weaker side. Absolutely guaranteed. That being said, though, it could very well turn out to be eFrag's weaker side as well. But as you said before, they won 16-8 against TSM. If they can beat TSM, you're expecting them to hold down against Property.
Yeah, exactly. You can beat TSM, and even though Overpass historically has been one of the worst maps for eFrag, they're very strong on CT side, which is what eFrag is doing right now. Pistol round, is it already underway? No way. No, we're still waiting on Spy Leader to ready up right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting ahead of myself. 8-7. I think eFrag pretty much has this thing locked down. All they have to do is win the pistol round and then do their thing on CT side, and then force the issue on Cash, which is Property's map pick.
It is absolutely, but again, like for those of you that just joined us and may not have heard us talking about this before, it's a map that eFrag are pretty solid on as well, right? Like Cash is one of their stronger maps, so you can't even say, well, Property should have Cash comfortably. That's just not the case. This is the map that I thought eFrag would walk away with, and it's difficult to really gauge if that's going to be the case off the first half because you're expecting the CTs to get at least a few rounds. I will say that eFrag definitely happier with that first half performance than Property will be.
I'm impressed that eFrag was actually able to take round 15 right there. I mean, they took the standard B hit there, but there were a couple of major mistakes, most notably the Molly, which was supposed to block off all those CTs rotating in from construction. Instead, they just burned their own players alive, and yet somehow found all the kills necessary to frag out.
Yeah, I agree. I think, though, if the CTs had a better buy-up than, like, Deagles with the Mag 7 and 257s, they probably would have been able to repel that attack. It was kind of unfortunate that they had, low-tier weapons for that round. But, yeah, I agree with you. That Molotov really hampered them. It did a lot of damage as well to his teammate because he was trying to get that frag while flashbang. So he was taking damage. There's probably a scream on TeamSpeak like, dude, you're in fire. Back away quickly.
Yeah, he probably didn't even know.
Yeah, he probably had no idea. He lost a good 30, 40 HP worth of his life there. So,
Did you catch who threw that, Molly?
I didn't.
No. Of course, you can't really blame him. It was a proper throw. It's just, as luck would have it, the Molly gets body blocked right there.
Yeah, a teammate moved in just as he threw it, so it's just very, very unfortunate, honestly. There's no one really to blame. I guess we can blame Gaben. Gaben, please.
Exactly. Blame Gaben for this Molly physics.
So second half now starting with the pistols. I'm quite curious to see how eFrag are going to opt for. Okay, so they've gone for 4 Kevlars with a couple of flashes and a defuse kit. That makes a lot of sense. On the other side, though, Kaboom is really the only player that's dipped into his back pocket and got utility. He's got a full buy-up of grenades. And are we going to see an identical setup here, straight on B? That looks to be the case. It's a B rush from Property.
Yeah, full on. No holds barred. Dreamer trying to get a kill, backs off. Victor's able to find a kill on Kaboom. Gets a second kill on Dumas right there before he finally gets taken down. Sight has been taken. Bomb's already down. Spy Leader fast on the rotate. Should find Zendi in the back. And it's all up to Twist to hold on to this bomb as long as possible. He's been spotted, found out, pushes the issue. Really nowhere to go on that. He loses the fight in a 3v1, and the bomb does get defused.
That is quite worrying for Property because typically when you have 5 players pushing the site and it's only being defended by 2 or 3 players, you're expecting the terrorists to at least get the upper hand in the early trades. But I mean, eFrag just smashed them as soon as they came through. That is a bomb plant, so we are seeing a different style here. Because of the bomb plant, they're waiting for round 3 before they purchase their AKs with Kevlar. We saw eFrag didn't get the bomb in their first D round, so they actually went for the 2 Force Spies with Tech 9s. So this is more like standard meta. 5 assault rifles for eFrag. This is actually really risky.
Hyper aggressive. I'm never comfortable with this myself because if you lose the round, you just gave Team Property a huge buy for free.
Exactly. That's the risk right now. And it's Property don't have Kevlar, but they do have all upgraded pistols. So if you just get a couple of taps across with a headshot, that suddenly could be an M4 in play, and before you know it, they've got 2 or 3 frags. That is the risk. Let's see if eFrag can hold on though.
See the delay tactics going on at B site. Property still hasn't quite made up their mind. They were thinking about possibly doing an A hit down short. Instead, they rotate down almost back to spawn and set up for a B hit. Smokes are going to fade away, and I think Nickel and Dreamer are now out of their stuff. And the youngest man, hold him down, gets 1, 2, 3 K before he finally gets shut down.
Well, I was going to say it leaves the site quite vulnerable because NKL is so low, but he did manage to just clutch out a kill before falling. 2 frags exchanged. All things considered, not a terrible round for Property. They're on a full eco, they got 2 weapons away, and now here we go. This is the AK I was talking about before. It's not going to be huge in terms of grenades, but really smokes and flashes are all you need for a very basic setup, and they do have those in abundance. Only 2 flashes actually, but 5 smokes is more than good enough to work with.
Interesting. 2 times in a row, you see the 3rd round buy going on.
Yeah, for terrorists, that's became something that definitely is being seen more and more in the meta, especially with AKs because of that bomb plant. If the bomb plant hadn't came in, we wouldn't be seeing this. We'll probably see Tech9 Force on the 2nd round of their half.
Dreamer holding down B site alone, taking up similar position. Shots being exchanged between Zendy and Bubble. Zendy backs off towards lower park. Bubble tries to force the issue before smoking it off and backing off.
The issue here, though, for Property is that they've expended 2 smokes and the flashbang, and they've lost a player without really doing anything. They haven't got onto a site just yet. They've lost 2 players, so this force buy is by and large for naught. I can't see them bursting through. Look at the position from the CTs. They're in great position up there on the grid. You never expect that to come in. Very, very sneaky. And cheeky as well. And that's pretty much Property shut out of this round. Like, barring a miraculous single-handed performance from Benji, because his teammate's just been picked off, this is it. And there's Dreamer with 2 more.
That's another 2K, yeah.
4-man actually picked up in the end. Very nicely done.
Youngest player on the team. He's just 18 years old and representing today. Let's take a look at the board. Dreamer, 20. Already dropping a 20 bomb. 23 and 14 today. Phenomenal.
Right. Yeah. Very, very nice indeed. And top fragged by quite a considerable margin on his team by 7. Victor is the nearest player to him. Zender's on 15, and when the in-game leader's top fragging, I mean, that should send a couple of alarm bells ringing throughout the Swedish roster. Again, though, on the T side,
perhaps through the North American roster too.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of kills right there. 3 down already. All by Dreamer, holding that B position. Now, I think Dreamer's got the B side on lockdown. Might not be a good idea to try and take it for Property.
Well,
then he pushed through. Now Spyleer holding the position. He's able to get 1 backed up by Nickel. And you know what? It's an eco. They pushed a predictable angle. What more can you hope for?
Yeah, completely agreed. I was pretty much going to say the exact same thing myself. It's kind of a throwaway round.
Yeah.
Not expecting to get much out of that. Like, maybe if you get a lucky headshot, you can open things up, but it was a full eco. They've got AKs again here. The problem is that their last rifle round was just an absolute dud. So they have to build upon that. They have to do something differently. The question is, though, what is it going to be? Because eFrag have looked so competent on their CT side thus far.
This time we see a little bit of focus at long. Bubble's watch. I think Bubble got the information and knows that Zendy's up there. Didn't see the bomb, though.
Yeah, and that's vital information that they don't have. But they do at least know there's a couple players pushing down long, so it stands within reason that it's probably going to be an A-favoured push for now with a minute to play with. They can easily rotate, though. That's the thing about CTs. Overpass, you can easily rotate between the 2 sides. It's quite a short rotation time, which is why a lot of people favour this as being quite CT-sided. And so therefore Property, I mean, really what they have to do here is get an entry frag. That is absolutely key, and it's what they've been distinctly lacking on so far on their T side.
Look at that stack on A site, though. Crossfires all over. And I think Twisted actually is able to find a kill. Takes Spy Leader down. That changes everything. No, the bomb's still working its way towards B. But Zenny and Twisted are going to put a whole bunch of concentration, try to pull the rotate, and it works. Dreamer and Nickel backing off. Now Dumas and Kaboom and Benji, all they have to do is walk into the B site and get the plant. Easy. More kills at A before Twisted bugs out. Smokes go down. And that's a nice, successful B site take for property.
This is much better. And again, it comes off the back of just getting some more entry frags. Dreamer, who has been the standout player, free frag, has fallen down. So it's on Victor and NKL, and it looks, judging by Victor's movement, they are going to try and save, which is the correct play. They got lots of economy, but there's no point throwing away weapons. This allows them to get themselves an AWP.
Nice.
Say that, Victor actually just gets picked off.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting to see Twisted in the bathrooms over there, so he snuck up and took a dump on Victor.
I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Pretty accurate statement as well. He absolutely shreked him.
All right, so the scoreline now 12-8 property. They desperately needed that round right there, but it's only one round win. Take a look at the economy for efrag.net. They've got so much money. They're able to buy out full. In fact, they've still got some left over. They could eke out a force buy should they lose this round. Looking kind of ugly. Lots of aggression for efrag though. Grenade? Almost.
Yeah, taking a page out of the playbook of property on their CT side, which is push connector aggressively and try and hold that pivotal part, because that is really the moment and the place where you do rotate on the T side. I was talking before about how quickly you can rotate from the CT. You can also rotate quickly on T side as long as you have control of connector. So the CT's trying to choke them out. They have just left connector now, but they've got a lot of information in the process. So now the T's, it's back up to them again. Entry frag or lose the round. It's really that simple, because the set plays from property have not been good enough just yet to support them.
Strong A presence for efrag as Zenny and Kaboom start taking the bomb up. Bomb goes to bathrooms. Benji's going to be in position to trade with Kaboom. But check out the aggression. Vital. Nickel peeks around the corner, takes him down, finds bomb.
That's massive. Not only does that put a big hand in the face of property collectively, but it gives so much information, and NKL's able to reposition. Probably should have had the frag. That's 2 big kills in quick succession for property. Victor is going to answer back. He could have the double spray down effect here. It could be triple. What a shot from Twist. Had no right to land that. And that's what I'm talking about. You need those entry frags from property's perspective. They do finally hit that bomb planted, but it's at the cost of another life. It's a 2-on-2 in anybody's round.
Yeah, Twist playing around the outside of the smoke. As soon as the smoke goes away, he's going to be found out. Now Dumas pretty much out of position. That's going to let Spy Leader go ahead and get the kill and the defuse right there. efrag.net taking the momentum right back. So that makes the scoreline now 8-13, just 3 rounds away from victory on the first map for efrag. And as far as the finances go, well, both teams are looking pretty good right here. Let's see what property elects to do.
Yeah, that was a pretty crucial round for efrag to pick up, because as you called, if they didn't win that, it would have been maybe a force, but a pretty poor one. But instead, look at this. Everyone's got mollies. Everybody's got an identical pickup of grenades. Just Victor is skimping out on the defuse kit, which he could have afforded. There's no real need when the 4 players have got it instead. 3 players, actually, pardon me. So, what do property have in store? They've got great entries on A. That may force their hand going back to A again. It's been the site that really has worked for them thus far.
It's almost the exact opposite of efrag, right? When efrag was on T, it was all about the B site. That's what they were most successful with. This time, property, they're going for A site. I guess that hasn't been that successful, though. They've only won 1 T side round so far. They've got to get another.
Yep, the pressure is mounting. There's no 2 ways about it. We're expecting efrag to win this map, but maybe property can bring this back and make it interesting. Thing is, if they lose this, I can see efrag actually running away with this half and indeed the map. So this is absolutely crucial, and they've lost the first player again.
That was at B, and with no pressure coming in from B, I think it's a clue that this might be an A hit. There's one down quickly. Bubbles finding Zendy. Benji is able to walk around the corner of the smoke and get pretty deep into the site. Does some damage with the grenade. Finds a kill, but he gets traded out very quickly. We're actually in a 2v2, though. This could be good if Twisted can stay alive.
And Kale needs to wait for his teammate, and that's exactly what he's done. So they're going to push through together. They've got a molly and a flashbang. They need to use that as soon as the smoke dissipates. Twist is on long. He's been picked off. It's all on Kaboom. 87 HP,
Wow.
and it doesn't matter. There's Dreamer getting his 26th and 27th frags. This guy is on fire right now, and efrag will get their 14th round.
Bomb has been defused.
Dreamer, you know, he's got to be looking for that ace. He's got 0 career aces in top-level competitive play so far. I think he's the only one with 0 so far in his team. Certainly looking close with a lot of these 3Ks and 2Ks, round after round.
That surprises me because he's that good. I would
He
expect
is.
him to get a couple of aces, but he's the kind of guy. I think he's a very aggressive player, which normally aggression doesn't give you aces in the sense that you're playing quickly, so you'll normally get traded out.
Yeah,
We've already
get
seen
the
him
2 or
get 3 or 4.
3K, then you're dead.
Exactly. So the idea is, I'll do my job, then you guys clean up. That's kind of Dreamer's mentality, I feel. And interesting enough, it's more on the CT side where he's been shining rather than the T side. It's normally T side where this guy is just an absolute monster. But there's Spy Leader again, and you can see it's a rough buy up for property once more. It's 3 Tech 9s and an AK.
Can Dreamer get a 30K before the end of the map? That is the question. A few rounds to go if eFrag.net seals the deal. Twisted and Zendi quickly shut down as the bomb works its way towards A. Dumas pushing up bathrooms. No one sees him.
The issue is, again, though, that they've got real estate, they've got through bathroom, but they've lost 2 players, and they haven't really done anything in this round. They haven't took a site, for example. So time is ticking down. Time is almost the 6th enemy now for Team Property. You see Spy Leader just jumping up and down, getting information on long, but also Toilets. Now the smoke's down. It's pretty much sealed the fate of Property because the CTs know exactly what's coming up against them. That is going to be a very heavily tagged up Kaboom, but the trades are going
nice.
in Property's favour. How is this even possible? Kaboom
Another-
gets another one.
Bomb is planted yet again in smoke right here. Benji's going to back off. Kaboom's hanging out at bathroom. Dumas also backs off. And this is a really nice retake position considering the bomb plant. Nickel walks into sight, trying to find somebody. Drops a flashbang. He's spotted, taken down by Benji. That leaves Dreamer all alone. Can he flush this? That's the question. The answer is no.
Yeah, resounding no as he's put down with authority from Benji's AK, but that is a surprising round to me. eFrag, to me, looked at a dead certainty to take that round. It was a 5-on-3, limited time available. The smokes came down, the smoke bang came in as well from the back of sight. It was looking great for them, but then Kaboom just showed up and started getting headshots left, right, and center. That was fantastic entry fragging, and it gives Property another lifeline. You can see it's now eFrag's turn to be forcing up with a pretty poor selection of weapons.
Property needed to win that. Their finances were so short. Had they lost, that would have been game.
Yeah, that's basically it. That was such a crucial round for them, and it gives them another chance. But the trade of frags is going once more in the CT's favour. Spy Leader dropping Dumas. Still Benji's in play with the ult. Does land a frag onto Bubble as he turns his back and runs away. Bit of a mistake from him, and he paid the ultimate price. Oh, no one checks up Connector. You just saw Benji take down your teammate. I'm amazed by this.
Oh. Can't quite get the next kill. So we still have an even fight on our hands. Zendi and Kaboom versus Spy Leader and Dreamer as the bomb works its way towards A site. You see a quick rotate. I think they know exactly what's going on. I think that's Bank smoked off. Kaboom plants right here. He'll be in deep trouble. Somehow switches to the gun and is able to find the kill on Spy Leader. That was actually Zendi taking the kill. Knocking Spy Leader down. Bomb does get planted. 1 player's down. Zendi flashes. Flashes again. Doesn't do anything, though. Dreamer can see very clearly, finds the kill, finds the bomb, and the defuse.
What a sick clutch that was. But a questionable decision. Why are you planting on that side of the bomb when you realise that both of the CTs are coming from there? Like, if you plant on the toilet side, the bathroom side, you can take a player long, you can take a player into the bathrooms. It makes it such a harder job for Dreamer to clutch that round. So I'm a bit perplexed. Maybe they thought one of the CTs was coming up from Connector, but that ultimately cost them the round.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's the only thing that really makes sense. I mean, what are your routes of rotation, right? You can go the long way all the way through Connector, or you can come straight up through Bank or Stairs. They smoked off Bank. They didn't worry about Stairs at all. They had to have some inkling, some idea that Connector was the threat, and they just happened to be wrong.
Yeah, it's like heads you win, tails I lose scenario, I guess. And they unfortunately rolled the dice. It didn't come out in their favour, and now they've got to save the next 6 rounds to take us into overtime. I'm not expecting that to be the case, Pat, but I'd love to be proven wrong.
Well, it's certainly an uphill struggle for Property. Broken by 2 AKs, lots of pocket AKs in that Tech 9. The real threat, though, is they don't have a whole lot of flashbangs to work with. Basically, you got Twisted, who has to flash his team in, and after that, it's all over. The flash is used up. Lots of Lots of CT's dead. Check this out. A site quickly goes down. Kaboom. With the bomb plant.
Has been planted.
And Nickel and Dreamer are just going to back off and save. Finances must look bad. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, not great. So it's a really solid take there from Property with 2 Tech 9s.
I was
It's
not
nice.
a believer going into this round.
Me neither. I'm still not necessarily a believer just yet. If we get to 15-12, 15-13, then I'll begin to believe. But right now, eFrag, all they have to do is just bide their time in this next round, and if Property make one mistake, it's 1-0 to eFrag. Like, that is as simple as the situation is. Property have to play solid Counter-Strike on their weaker side. If this is CT, I'd believe right now, but on T side, not so much.
Question is, what's eFrag's money going to look like going into this? They are broke. They
Ooh.
have to save.
Then again, it's
Absolutely
eFrag, so you never know, man. Like, you never know what these
Yeah.
guys are going to do.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you look at the scoreline, right, it's 15 and 10. If they force up and lose the round, then they could end up giving the game away. Because they'll only get maybe 1 more, possibly 2 more decent gun rounds in before this is all over. Saving is the smart play, especially if Nickel and Dreamer can go work some magic with the guns that they already have.
And they've taken both the guns, I believe, to long, which is where they get pushed, but they get a 2-on-1 trade against them. That's both of the assault rifles off the table for eFrag, and that should be the round off the table for eFrag too. Here we go, Spy Leader's all that remains, 4-on-1. I like the idea, just didn't quite pay out because the flashbangs, I think, absolutely destroyed eFrag on long.
Yeah, you know, before the round began, I was thinking about what I would do with those guns, and that's almost exactly it. You got to pick a site and just push out. Do something really aggressive with the extra firepower and hope for those kills. It's free guns. Do something with them. And it just so happened that they chose the exact wrong place at the exact wrong time. Bad news for efrag.net, but again, they were able to save. Spy Leader still has a decent gun. Maybe he can save this. They'll have a few more rounds to buy, and they just need 1 more to take Overpass from Property.
Twist showing his game sense. Player left alive, where's the most likely place he's going to save? Well, of course he's going to try and get one of those weapons away from the corpses of his dead teammates. So this, yeah, they know this.
Yep.
This is just pure game sense, working in Property. Nice idea for Spy Leader, but there's nothing you can do when you're encircled by 3 or 4 players and no armor. And in actual fact, this is probably going to be another eco from eFrag, so we're looking at 15-12 before they can really get themselves together, you know, M4s and maybe an open play.
Yeah, and you know what? That's perfectly fine. They need to just save their money and make sure that they can have a really solid buy and engage Property on equal financial terms. Because look at this. You've got a full wall of AK-47s, nades, Tech 9s. There's nothing you can do about this unless you buy out full or get extremely lucky or fortunate. Wow.
Oh my goodness,
With
that
it.
spray control was beautiful. Just decimating Connector single-handedly. Another thing as well, this is gonna, even if Property lose from this point of view, from this point I should say, it's still gonna boost their confidence that they took eFrag this close on their choice of map. It's not like they just got smashed 16-5 or something. Like, they took them to the limit, so going through onto Cash, which is the second map, it could go well for them. Twist derping his flash a tiny bit there, but we'll let him off after that 6 spray. It's all good.
Very slow play right now. Even though it's an eco, Property's not taking chances. Now they start walking into the A site. There's Zendy and Kaboom taking a couple of kills. More shots being exchanged. See if Nickel can do something with this pistol. Forces Twisted backwards, and basically Twisted knows what's happening, sets it up, baits him out, and finds the kill with the AK. That's 12-15. Really no surprise right there. Now eFrag buys out. This is their time.
I'm very curious to see if we're going to see an open player, if Bubble's going to go for the M4. He does go for the AWP. Okay, so they're changing things up a tiny bit here. Let's see where he runs with it. It looks like he's going straight through onto long. They may even boost him up onto the flower bed. But look at this. No one's going to be home for Property. So that's 2 players expended on long for nothing. They are getting information, but that's about it.
Bubble with an AWP is a scary, scary thought. Kaboom peeks the corner, finds out. Then he tries to peek. He gets missed. Pushes the corner again. Bubble's still right there holding on to it, but he's not scoped in. He's jumping for information. Maybe Spy Leader can get the trade out. Spots him behind the rock. Bubble smoked off, but still finds the off kill. There's a reason why he's number 4 in efficacy in CEVO Season 8 pro placement right here. 16.82.
That's pretty sick. And what I like about that there is a Bubble didn't instantly back away. He bided his time. Originally, Property were going through Connector. I thought they may even try a push through short on B. They then just kind of fanned out towards long and got more of a standard stack across the map. And that played right into Bubble's hands. And now on this 5-on-2, I mean, I think this is pretty much all she wrote for Overpass. I can't see Twist. As good as Twist is, as good as Dumar is, like a 5-on-2, nah, it's not going to happen. 35 seconds. The Bomber's just about to get picked up. But surely their days are numbered here. There we go. It's now all on Dumar.
Wow. Yeah, it's another off kill right there. Dumas is able to find 1 kill at Lower Park. If he pushes the issue, he's going to come across Victor hiding by bathrooms. Such a good player in and of himself, but no Bubble standing there with the op. I think that was a 4K for Bubble.
I think it was too. I didn't quite catch it, but I know he at least got the first 2 frags with the AWP. And that is going to be 16-12. So, as expected, eFrag take their choice of map a bit closer than I was expecting after that first half performance from both teams. But we're going through the cash now. And the way Property played, some of the rounds were really solid. So, maybe, just maybe, we'll see that third map of Inferno.
Yeah, really, really solid play right there. 16-12. Interesting point is eFrag actually scored better or did better 16-8 against TSM than they did versus Property over here. So I think hats off to Property for that play. Second map is going to be Cash, Property's pick, but as you pointed out, I think that it honestly favors eFrag just a little bit.
I still feel this will be 2-0 for sure. But from that previous performance of Property, I'm not going to count them out just yet. I think if they start well, keep in mind that it's likely they will be starting on the CT side here. eFrag, I'm talking about. As good as they are on T side, I think they'll want to put Property on their weaker side. And then from there on in, who knows? Maybe they can just rack together some rounds and we can see a pretty sick performance from Property. But I think eFrag should have this.
Well, while the players jump back into the server, I think we'll take a very quick break. We'll be right back in just a few minutes if you are joining us. This is Property versus eFrag.net. First map Overpass is over. 16-12, eFrag taking the win. We're going into Property's choice of Cash. Stay tuned right after this.